Hello and welcome back to Video Games. I'm Tim Rogers, you are watching Kotaku.com, and today we're going to do something a little bit different, by which I mean we're going to play a hot new video game. It's called Astral Chain, and it is developed by none other than Platinum Games. Masters of action, as you may know them. Now they've reinvented themselves yet again, because they can't stop reinventing themselves. Astral Chain is a wild game full of cops, criminals, demons, monsters, ghosts, and an extra-dimensional crisis. It's sort of like, what if Evangelion was the police? What if Evangelion could arrest you? That's Astral Chain. And we're gonna go wild all over it. And we're never gonna stop. Someone in the chat is saying that the music is loud. Oh, I bet it is, buddy. I bet it is. Why would you listen to this music at any volume other than loud? You'd have to just be the wrong sort of person to hang out here in the Goblin Bunker. Oh, that's my cue. Well, thank you for that intro, Hungry Harvey. Hello, I'm Tim Rogers. You are watching Kotaku.com. Welcome back. It's a double Goblin Bunker afternoon. Double Goblin Bunker. You got the dub bunk, you got the dub gob. And we're here, and how's everybody doing on your morning commute? Are you almost at the office, or are you leaving the office? Are you working hard? Are you hardly working? Are you drinking coffee, or are you coffee drinking? Everybody get a little load of this bubbling throat guzzle here. I'm going to tell you what, I feel mortally ill. I feel critically wounded. I got a headache like a goddarn gunshot. And what am I doing? Playing a goddarn video game, a loud video game on the dub gob. Why is, whenever you reboot your Switch, they put whatever game is inserted in physically as the top game. So, I guess, why can't Nintendo just send me codes? Why do they gotta send the little cards? I don't like that. I'm like, can I get that Mario Maker? And they're like, oh, we'd have to send you a card in the mail. Anyway. This is Astral Chain. I'm going to kick it up. I got a couple other games on here. As you know, as one does. One kicks around several games. Oh, I got that collection of mana, or as I call it, Coal Man. Drag Build. Ninja War. Fire Emblem. Or I just call it Femb. And then we got Ninja Warriors once again. Grandia HD. Luxurious. You know what? Don't really like Grandia 2 that much, but I love Grandia 1. Does that make me a weirdo? Does that make me an insipid individual? Worthy of your derision? You know, we'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and pop this game on, and I'm going to walk on over, and it seems as though, technical difficulties have marred this entire production today. I'm getting started a whole hour later than scheduled because my controllers would not sync. I had to wait an hour for my Nintendo Switch to be at 54% battery before any of the controllers would sync to it. The Joy-Cons are dead. Put them in a coffin, buddy. Put them in a goddarn coffin. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and load this up. I don't think there's any... Is there straight up no game sound? Are you not hearing my cursor tick? I'm not hearing it. Why it gotta do this like this? God dang, man. Using OBS, I guess that's just a free piece of software. We're going to go ahead and investigate that. I'm going to go back over to the computer where I have my other microphone, the Hungry Harvey microphone. Oh yeah, here we are back at the computer. What have we got? We've got a video capture device. It doesn't look like it's actually doing anything. Monitor and output 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1. Should be working. Crikey. It ain't making no sound. Hold on. Well, it done made sound now, right? You heard that, didn't you? I heard something. Why wasn't the cursor making a sound? It's goddarn shambles all the way down, man. I don't understand. Video games now, the year 2019, you ask me what the hallmark of a video game is. It's the consoles have all these technical problems. Shout me out in the chat. Anybody in the chat. Have you ever had like a day where you just cannot get a PlayStation 4 controller to sync to your PlayStation 4? Where it just will not happen? Like, I mean, I've had that. I've had full weekends where I wanted to play a video game and I just couldn't. Because some sort of Bluetooth feng shui happening in my house is just not allowing me to do that. I don't understand that. I was having that with Astral Chain. I'm now literally hardwired to the console is the only way I'm able to get it going. So, I'm chained to my Nintendo Switch in this weird little vegetable plastic dock sitting precariously on the floor. Much like, I'm going to load this save datey. I'm on casual playstyle. We're going to just load it up, and we're going to see what's hot, what's weird, what's wild. There's just a whole lot now with video game consoles where there's this... you know, it used to be console games were for the scrubby bubbies. You know, the people who just want to play the game. Put it in, press the button, turn it on, go wild, get weird, feel wacky, right? That's what it used to be for. Now it's I mean, we've got a PC in our goddarn computer here. Let's actually we're going to load this up. We're going to load up the first wait, hold on. We're going to load up another chapter. Let's just load up an earlier chapter. I didn't get to play this game as much as I wanted to play this game. And I wanted to play this game a lot. It's just when you, quote, play video games for a living, unquote, you have to play like 16 different video games every week. So yeah, I've had to play about 69 video games while waiting for I'm waiting for you. This is this guy, he's the Neuron Commander, Yosef Calvert. He's got his Google Glass on. I mean, I really wanted to just play this game. I wanted to just rip through this game. And I just did not have the time to play it, even for fun. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to like... Not to be discussing technical difficulties too much, but man, this game killed my battery. I couldn't even play it like on the bus. Like my train gets stuck a lot. I'm still the captain around here. And god darn it, I just could not play this game for more than about a half an hour at a time. You know what? I like these guys, but we're going to have to skip that cutscene because who cares? Hello, I'm your dad. Wait, I wanted to play the intro chapter. How do I play the goddarn... I wanted to start the intro over again. God dang it. Man, I'm going to tell you more of the truth here is I wanted to load up... Well, what the heck? I don't want to do this dumb tutorial nonsense. I wanted to do the action part, man. I wanted to show you all the sweet action, the hot action, the loud action. Let's take a look at my menu. I'm going to tell you a curse. I wanted to replay the intro, man. You can play co-op with the buddy if you feel like it.
There's gotta be some way we can make it up to him.
What are you talking to me for? I don't want to do all this training crap again. This is nonsense. This is straight up nonsense. I want it to just drop me down in the fights. Because, buddy boy, there's some fights. So yeah, in this game, you're a goddarn cop. Except, relax, guys, you're a hot one. And here's your hot dad and his hot friend. That's Neuron Legionis Alicia Lopez. And then that's your dad. Your dad who has a voice where he sounds like he's like 1 grade above you in high school.
You guys need something?
Do we need something? Everybody needs something, buddy. Get these Dyson Airblade helicopters.
You know, Alicia seems nice.
Alicia seems nice.
Well with Dad.
Oh, how are you Legionis doing? Joey?
Seeing him here,
You just can't talk to everybody.
it's a side of him I've never seen before. For sure. It feels
All right.
weird.
Well, so you choose to be one of these kids. And your dad is the dad. And you choose to be one of them. And whichever one you don't choose is the one who talks during the cutscenes. The other one is your classic silent protagonist. For some reason, my analog sticks are way too sensitive. What? User options? I'm so confused. Button configuration? Control type? Where's the... Oh, it's here. God. I haven't... Why is it up at 8, man? That's too much on the Pro Controller here. 6 should be pretty chill. Alright.
There you are. Ready to train? Wait, where's the captain and Alicia?
The captain and Alicia aren't here.
All right.
Will you just stop talking to me? I regret choosing this mission. I wanted to... He gave her a thing and she looks at it. Okay. Crikey.
Great. Looks like it fits.
So yeah, you got this thing. You got this demon monster.
That's your look.
This like freak dog thing on your back. You gotta use an iris. Yeah, I got it. Oh my lord.
All right.
I really thought I was gonna repeat. Oh my god. It's like giving me the whole tutorial again. I don't care, man. There we go.
Find it okay?
Yeah, I found it okay. It's a computer. You could have just said it's a computer in the corner of the room. You didn't have to tell me to turn my computer on. I have played this mission like 90 times.
Let's see you move.
You don't actually need to redo this tutorial. I played this mission literally 9 times already. So this is the 10th time.
Next up is dashing.
No, I don't want to do dashing. I do not want to do dashing. You know what I hate doing? I hate clicking analog sticks to run. I think it's like the worst feeling in video games.
For this
I'm done. I don't need any more training. Let me do some fights. Yes, stop training.
That'll do for today.
I don't need your training. Oh my god. Oh, attention neuron officers. There's a big danger. Big danger. Let's go.
It figures we'd even get transferred to a new department together.
Yeah,
It feels kind of weird. to be
feels
saying
kind of
this
weird to be saying to my own sister, but your own sister? You own your sister? You could have just said to my sister. I suppose that's a nuance. We got to go to the mission room. Got to get briefed. We got to get briefed. There's a bathroom you can use. You can make toilet in there. Oh, will it now let me? Oh, it's... Man, your dad is just upset to have to work with you.
You're late, newbie.
Don't call me newbie. You punk.
Now that everyone's here, let's
That's an
begin.
attitude problem.
The police in Central City, in Zone 36.
Zone 36. God, just look at these hot cops.
About
Everybody
an
here
hour ago,
rules.
An unusually large number of gates opened up along Grand Avenue.
Grand Avenue.
Gates means
Ah, man. So I now have to go to this mission and do this detective work. God darn it. There's my Legatus terminal. Wait, maybe I can... Oh, this is like the worst. Oh, it won't let me change my mission. Man, it won't let me just jump into the middle of a mission. Why would anyone want to replay this? Again, I love this base. It's a fun base. It's cool. I'm living inside of an anime. It's just I wanted to get to the action. I didn't want to have to relive this extended interactive cutscene. I'm going to dash. Get a good lean on the dash. Are we getting in those helicopters? Let's go. Daddy, can I fly the helicopter? Is what my character's saying. So we go to this this sort of Blade Runner city, and we're gonna have some good fights, some good battles. You're gonna love it. We are closing in on Battle Central. Look at that smog. It's the kind of smog that you see in a film and you think, I'd chill with that. However, in real life, it's real gross. Spend about... Anybody here ever been to Beijing? You spend maybe like a day, 2 days in Beijing. That smoke, man. It ruins your skin. Even if you're not particularly conscious of your skin, if you don't really think about, you know, blemishes or complexion, try just bathing in that smoke. Suffering through that sauna for a goddarn 24-hour. And then you tell me there's not blotches and splotches just feeling all weird and sticky all over your face. Anything exposed. Oh yeah, our perp? Our perp is probably purple? Is that what you're going to say? Oh, you got to turn my iris on, yeah. The iris lets you see the psychic break. Lets you re-underwhelm yourself with the...
We call that red matter.
Yeah, I know what you call it because I have played this video game. Yeah, I will get my monster. Who wants to see my monster? Here he comes, the big boy himself. He's hungry for that strawberry candy.
What do we have here?
Big handprint. Oh, it must be a monster. Yeah, we're going to find that monster. We're going to end its life. Crikey. I'm sorry, everybody. I wanted to just get to the fights, and I wanted to show you, like, a low-level fight. I wanted to show you the very first mission, which is dynamic and exciting.
On the bridge, and then the whole thing started shaking hard enough to come tumbling down.
Come tumbling down. This guy's so nonchalant. Yeah, shut up. Give me that money. Give me that money, jerkweed. Thank you. You guys want to whisper? Whisper to my monster. Whisper sweet words, weird words. Whisper secrets. Talk to me harder. I can't get those guys to talk.
Can't get a word out of those local cops.
Those local cops. Yeah, those local cops, they don't like the monster cops. Also, nobody can see my monster except me. Whisper sweet words to my weird diamond dog. Whisper weird words. Point your silent trumpet at my strange, invisible creature. Unknowingly narc upon my robot. Bathe my demon in your narcism. These fools are gonna wake up tomorrow morning wishing they could see my monster.
You're telling me. This is nuts. A whole lot of witnesses say
This is detective work. They can't see the chain, by the way. The chain is an astral chain that connects to the astral plane. So they can't see the chain.
Think you got enough clues?
Oh, it seems like you got your monster to talk to those guys to listen to the words they were trying to say. You know, you can just get back inside me, monster. Get inside me, monster. Get behind me, Satan. Get beside my monster. Whisper. Do you guys have anything to whisper to my monster? I will admit, my monster's chill. Stop, you don't need to look at it again. Crikey.
So if it's a Chimera,
Yeah, it is a Chimera we're after, punk. Will you talk to the correct person? I'm just all impatient here because I just want to kill stuff because I want to show you how sweet it is
Really brought that bridge
to be
down.
killing dudes.
We make-
Wait, I'm not done collecting hints yet? Lord.
There you are.
Yeah,
Looks
talk
like
to
you
me,
gathered plenty of
freak
information.
daddy.
Investigative ability. What can you tell me about the physical characteristics of the Chimera? That
The
caused
goddamn
this
guy
mess?
had giant hands.
That's right. I know you. So
Yeah,
why'd
you
the
want to
Chimera
Phoenix ride
come
me,
here?
punk?
Sightseeing, or do you have a better guess?
He dragged some idiot through the gate.
People don't just get sucked.
Some poor chump
That's
got gate
everything we
sucked.
know.
And that really isn't good for
There's no
him.
doubt we're dealing with a
There's no doubt we're dealing with this. So chimeras are these extra-dimensional beings, these beings you can't see,
Chimeras tend to lead
unless you're jacked in
finding those
to the
tracks is
astral
your
plane
job. Got it? You remember the
via an
journey you
astral
went
chain to a being known as a legion. That's a chimera drawn from the extra dimension into our dimension, sealed inside of a backpack gadget. Oh my god.
Use your legion to look around that giant handprint.
Oh, crikerino. I know.
You got the trail. Now follow it.
Your weird monster just lives to be freaky, connected to another version of our Earth.
Split up. We'll take these. You and Akira follow the ones through the park.
You and Akira. God, shave that goddarn thing off the bottom of your head, man. Come on. I'm not one to sticklerize upon a dress code. However, just like make a decision or don't at this point, you know? Why eat the candy? Oh my god.
Hey, if we find the Chimera, let's take it out ourselves. That'll show Dad.
Yeah, you want to show, Dad? Ooh, hunker. Hunker into the bunker. Check this porta potty. I'm gonna fill it up. Give it a fill. Alright. I do believe that toilet is full. Don't you wish that the word crouch was spelled with a W instead of a U? I don't mean two U's, I mean the letter W. A double V, as they would call it in Spanish. Give me my monster. So your monster's hungry. I mean, your monster is about as hungry as it is weird looking. So you gotta feed it the candy every time you see it. Someone in the chat is saying, I heard this game has no jumping. The best thing about action games is aerial vertical combat. Is there no launching, no aerial combos? Okay, first of all, we must all refrain in the year 2019 from ever beginning a sentence with the best thing about like the thing I like most about. You can try that. Anyway,
Guys have no idea what they're in for.
this game does not have jumping, no. It does have some aerial stuff. However, you're going to find that it is it's quite sweet even without aerialism, even without jumping. Quite sweet. Because it has this mechanic that is almost unheard of in games, where I control two players at once. So I can wrap my dude. Oh, they've been red shifted. God, I'm sorry. I meant to choose a mission that was not a goddarn sequence of 800,000 cutscenes. This game has this mechanic of controlling two characters at once is utterly fascinating. So I actually controlled them, and I ripped the chain, and I tied this guy up, and now I've got him into prone position from which I can lambaste him and destroy him. Like the fool he is, like the monster he was born as. Look at that. I did a dodge, but it wasn't a good one. Where's Meep's monster? Where is he? Where's my sweet boy? My diamond dog. I cannot tie this guy up. Oh, there you go. He's tied up now. Except not well enough. We're going to finish him off. Get him with that big old finisher. Rip that monster's monster heart out. We ate this goddarn guy. Yeah, people in the chat pointing out that the Twitch title is wrong. Who goddarn cares, man?
Well, we got the Chimera.
I mean, I tried to change it and it just wouldn't change. Stuff just doesn't work sometimes. We have an internet. We have a goddarn internet. We have smartphones, etc., etc. Most of this stuff doesn't work like 90% of the time. I mean, who knows?
Notified the captain. We're on our way there too. See you soon. Try and stay out of trouble, okay?
Guy in the chat says, you don't need to get all pedantic on me, lol. Like, I realize it's just my opinion, man. Just want to know if the game is aerial combat LMAO. You used a lol and an LMAO.
Roger. We're heading
That's
to the
two.
gate now.
2 laugh abbreviations. I appreciate that.
So that Chimera
Usually when I use both a lol and an LMAO in a tweet, it's in response to someone who just said something that annoyed me.
Hold up.
Because I want them to know that I'm not as annoyed as I actually am. Anyway, yeah, I love jumping, but like, you gotta admit, this is just a wild mechanic. This is just like really, really wacky and weird. We can do these weird figure eights together. It twists your goddamn brain up. If you added jumping to this, it would be killing people. Kids would be dying out there in the street. They would be dying out there. I mean, their brains would be getting shredded. They'd be walking around with god-darn skull domes full of pulled pork. Just loose and rattling. Meaty and clattering. Chunky, drippy, sticky, weird shreds of stuff. Man, you know, this guy expressing... Oh, this is good. This is good. These guys are having like an argument. You gotta break up the fight. I just tied these people up. Early on in a cutscene, these people are like, your trainer guy's like, don't worry, it doesn't actually hurt when you incapacitate people using your astral chain. It's like, oh, okay. Like, it looks like it hurts. They just suddenly fell upon the ground. I feel like the chain itself might not hurt, but cracking your goddamn skull on the ground probably... Oh, is that fire? My monster eats fire. Wait, no?
The trail leads into that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we'll have to wing it for a while.
Oh, will we have to wing it, Akira? Is that really what you think, Akira? Akira's being one of those narcs who says something just to say something. Meanwhile, my main character, Girl Cop, she's just like the kind of cop who knows what's up. Oh. My extra-dimensional demon ghost dog has found a box. Within yonder box was medicine! Exclamation mark. Dog. Consume the dimensional filth. Oh, a gate-busting officer? Guns matter not when it comes to interacting with the other dimension. You need one of these ghosts. You need to, if you can't beat them, you need to join them and then beat them. I'm gonna tie you up. I can't tie her up. You actually like lose points if you blow up like civilian items in the missions. Matter cleanup rate 19%. Crikey. Oh, that ain't no door. Okay, we're gonna dash. You can see where crimes are happening.
I think that was our target.
Yeah, this is it.
Civilian. Come on, hurry.
Our monster's gone weird. Ooh.
Let's get it.
Love this Tokyo style architecture. I just ran into the building because the cutscene had jacked my camera and just ripped it all over there. Oh, you gotta obey orders. Your orders are pursue the beast. Wait, what? Follow the Chimera Trail. Oh, did me just go backward? I did. God dang. Someone in the chat asking, does the plot make sense eventually? Oh, it does. It makes sense now, man. It's not really that, it's a little jargony. I mean, I've jumped into, like, the middle here. It actually walks you through it, like, in a good old shonen style. It's real nice. I mean, it's not inscrutable. It seems like there's jargon, but they've earned it. They've earned it somewhat slowly. I mean, notice the pacing of this mission is a little didactic. They're popping a whole bunch of little tutorials, and they're trying to make you feel like a good boy police officer. You know, I am the big boy, and I'm here to do the big boy's work. I change my own diapers since, 6 months ago or whatever. They're just trying to make you feel like a good cop. That, particular fictional character. They're making you feel like one of those. If not a good cop, then a smart cop. There's plenty of smart people who are also not good people. Have you ever noticed that? Just throwing that out there. One does not preclude nor include necessarily the other. I'm committing cop action. Oh, also, if your cop sword ain't enough for you, whip them with your gun. Whip that gun in the air and go wild on it. Press up and down on the D-pad to change your weapon. See, I got multi-weapon. I got this big boy sword. Who wants to see my big boy sword?
Focus on saving these people.
Oh my god, every UI element is just brilliant. You all got ripped. This is my big boy sword. It's chunky and it's beefy. It's like somebody dropped a god-darn steak on home plate and I battered up. Perfect dodge. Perfect block. Give me those monsters. You monsters need to learn how to not get your shoes tied together by me. Sometimes in the heat of the hotness, these bossy monsters look less distinguishable than one might like from one's own friend monsters. And you want to hit them in the back? They tell you, get a tall order. To hit them in the goddamn back means, first of all, discerning with your eyes at a relatively high speed which part is the front and which part is the goddamn back. You got a good sticky lock on with your blade sword. Your character will jump and lunge, really go after and get those big old beef-eating demon dogs. This guy's doing a dash maneuver. Let me see if I can get him in a little trap here. No, come back to me. Come back to me, my child. Come back to me, my little child. Okay, you know what? Dumbino. You're about to get ghosted old style. I meant to demonstrate to you how you can kind of clothesline these guys. You can tempt them to come running at you, dash at you, and you bounce them back. And I wasn't able to do it because my ghost was too thirsty for that goblin blood.
This doesn't look good, but there may be more.
Goblin sauce. It's all about dog sauce and goblin blood here in the bunker today. No. Goblin sauce and dog blood. Those are the condiments of choice whenever we put together a demon salad here. There's some mannequins. It's a commentary on the artificiality of... Oh god, I can hear you. Oh yeah?
Keep your guard up, okay?
You want to presume to tell me what to do? Keep your guard up. You might as well tell me to not get struck by lightning. You might as well tell me to not call the president and tell him to just nuke the city. Right? Dog milk. Goblin sauce. And give me some of that dog milk. I hope this game has dog milk. I haven't even played this whole game. I have not even played it. Because, as I said, the goddarn tragedy of the modern age is I live in pain. I have chronic headaches. I pay roughly 80% of my salary to the IRS. My rent almost kills me. I think my landlord is figuratively homicidal. I could have done it. I could have tripped this big boy. Oh, here we go. Trip the big boy. Trip him. Oh, you're astral chained, idiot. Yank him. Yank him. Oh, yeah, you did. Now this is pod racing. Get him. Where's my Bibby? My Bibby Chibis. Get him. Okay. Withdraw. Crikey. Oh, my monster is making himself known here in this world. So yeah, I've got all these problems. I got chronic migraines. I've got Crohn's disease. I got no goddarn money. Meanwhile, are we gonna actually have an action game slam down, bone off fight here? Or are you just going to keep chumping me with environmental disasters? Are you trying to impress me with your graphics, or do you want to fight me like a monster? I love this butthole guitar just blaring. The tragedy of my goddarn modern age right here, as I see it exemplified in myself. All these goddarn problems. The world going to heck in a goddarn Target shopping cart. Meanwhile, what have me? All the goddarn free video games that an 8-year-old would die for. All the goddarn free game tapes digitally downloaded into all of my consoles. Enough of them to choke the life out of the gullet of a 9-year-old rhinoceros. No goddarn time to play the video games I have, and they're free. I can't stress this enough. I do not, and I swear I do not let the freeness, I do not let the gratuity of the video games contribute to the positivity I feel when I play them, because I believe, first of all, if someone is looking at YouTube for some videos about a video game, they're probably looking at a lot of videos about that video game that they're interested in, if they're interested in a video game. So, stands to reason to me that they're watching several videos about a video game. And a lot of people, they think they're going to spend $60 on the game, right? They're like, I'm going to spend $60, maybe, I don't know. It's like, I don't have $60 to spend on a video game. There is stuff I wish I could buy. I don't have $60 to spend on anything right now. So what I'm telling you is this. When I make a video, I try to accentuate what I think is good about the game. I look and I dig, and I try as hard as I can to find stuff that I love about the video game. And I love a lot of stuff about this game, and I sound like I'm being impatient with it right now. It's because I chose a mission. I wanted to play a mission that had a lot of good, hard, solid, tasty, crispy, popcorn action in it, and I ended up getting stuck, shoehorned into some cinematic detective work. A little bit of negativity leaked out, though. Overall, you gotta really give it to the goddarn gusto and gumption of just the visual look, the feel and the texture, the touch, the feel, the fabric of this game.
When Akira told me you got pulled through the gate, I nearly lost it.
Yeah, I bet you did. You nearly lost what, the gate?
Good thing you held it off.
Wait, oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Dad? You narc. Dad, I know you're my dad and all. However, I can't forgive you for being a cop. Even though I'm the cop who actually has the word police on my chest. Oh, all my corruption levels have been steadily climbing. Yeah. I'm still gonna eat all my treasure boxes.
You might find your Legion's sync levels dropping dangerously low. Check on those biosignals, then get out of there as fast as you can.
My baby is hungry though, so I'm gonna feed my monster.
Alright, kids, you are the lady. Let's not hang
Don't
around
call me
as
a
long as we
kid.
have to.
He's the guy who on the roof told us to not call him dad, to call him captain. And now he's calling us kids. You want to talk about a little bit of workplace demeanor? A little bit of mannerism? Does all of that fall through the god-darn floor when we trip over to the other, shinier dimension?
Look, over there.
I see someone. They look hurt. This game has a lot in common with Control. Where by a lot, I mean it has this alternate dimension, and it has these ghost monsters leaking in from the other dimension and possessing the bodies and minds of innocent persons. The enemies you fight are all, they call them red shift. The red dimension has shifted them, turned them into not zombies, not corrupted, not diseased, not afflicted, not plagued. They're red shifted.
Where in the hell did they come from?
I think you hit the nail on the head a little harder than you thought.
This is bad. We're almost out of time.
They're suffering one of those Deus Ex anime pains now.
Akira,
Everyone's
you
suddenly
keep everyone safe,
lightning
okay?
struck by some invisible horror. Some unspeakable nonsense trashed their capacity to win. So here I am, the only one who can do it. The only beast of the bunch who can handle the feast for lunch. A little bit of music with some good female vocals. Something you'd hear in a hair salon in a country cooler than anyone you've ever been to.
Just a little more.
You know, my baby Chibis sword is a little bit too crunchy, so I'm gonna go ahead and start gunshotting. Don't just shoot. Dance and shoot. Keep it dancy, keep it prancy. A little romancy. Switch me over to my police baton. Oh, the old cinematic cutscene ownage. It's too much, we're gonna die. I had that entirely under control. Deliciously under control. I liked Dad's little affectation there. Oh. Someone asked in the chat earlier if this game has goddarned Japanese audio. I don't know. I thought it did. I thought they would have... Like, I played through a whole bunch of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in English because they sent me the game a couple weeks before it came out, and then when it finally came out in, not the press version, they allowed a download of a Japanese voiceover track, and I kind of wish this game had that. I mean, the English voices are good. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm dubs. I'm down on the dubs, I would say. Anyway, yeah, I see Roboto Boy 20 says control in all caps. That is the only acceptable way to write the name of that game. Write it in all caps. Yell it. Because that game is shockingly hot. If you want to play a goddarn beefsteak of a video game, which also happens to be about interdimensional ghost being monsters affecting the minds and bodies of life in our particular plane, that game Control, man. It's got that as a plot. Man, look at my hot cop. Crikey. Little JoJo hat I put on her. I just sneezed twice. I'm going to sneeze again. I sneeze whenever I see hot robot cops from another dimension. See, so they're encased in some sort of name-branded armor. The Astral Chain has gone beyond to the pale. We're seeing the other side of the veil. I guess the game Oninaki also has a little dimension switchery to it. Kind of counts as dimensions being the sort of the buzzword now. I feel like video games, thematically, plot-wise, just in terms of the sort of motifs that they threw out in their plots, like the kind of feelings they aimed at you. Oh, this is a sword nemesis, so I have to capture. I got my buddy's gone rogue, so I got to beat him into submission in order to re-obtain his skill. Capture your legion. So, yeah, I feel like video games tend to follow movies in terms of like what sort of feelings their plots are going for. I mean, in a boneheaded way, you get something like The Last of Us is a couple years behind the curve of something like Children of Men in terms of its feeling and overall atmosphere and mood. I feel like with Control, Astral Chain, Death Stranding, coincidence, all of them about dimensions and creatures kind of basically peeking creatures is I guess what it would be about. They're peeking from another dimension. For that sort of coincidence happening, that's not a, I don't know, has there been some sort of, there hasn't been a deeply influential indie horror movie of some sort that's about interdimensional creatures in multiple planes, at least not that I know of. So I feel like it's an interesting coincidence that we have games that are now, are we going to see movies about multiple dimensions? Did Doctor Strange have a little bit of multiple dimensions? Oh yeah, I see you all talking about the Digital Foundry based PS4 Control. Ghost Little says drops to 10 FPS. Yeah, I was watching that and I was just like, I was doing some meme gestures with my hands and my mouth at that time. I was like, oh my god, just the unspeakableness. Oh, the It clown. It, and the clown in It is a multidimensional dude, isn't he? Stranger Things also has monsters leaking from another dimension. Well, crikey, leaking and peeking. So what do we call them? We call them peeking leakers or leaking peekers. Leaking, peeking creatures. We got a leaking creature taking a peek. Yeah, Control's frame rate was Control's frame rate is I'm just gonna say it's a good boy and it's gonna grow up eventually. I mean, this game looks like a technical marvel compared to, look at that drop shadow. Look how far away it was. Crikey, that is so bold. So much bold graphic design in here. You look at any Platinum game of the whole Nier Automata era, and you just look at their grapho designo, and they go hog wild and dog bonker on it. They do not stop. You told them to stop, they wouldn't even know what you're talking about. Even this subtitle presentation, I'm not a huge fan of. Is this guy just not gonna want to chill with me? Yo, Ghost, where you at? So this demon dog on a ghostly chain is a thing, and wrapping the monster around like that feels so good. In a way that video games don't really aim for that sort of a level of technicality. They don't always trust the player, right? This is a veritable Diamond's dog here. I don't know why I keep calling the monster a Diamond dog. It doesn't make sense to me either. Oh my god, we're teaming up like a goddarn team. Except now I'm getting beaten by this guy's weird motion blurry cell shading atrocity claws. You're gonna get your dog butt beat. Oh, you got a big sword? Well, guess what, Bibby Dimbus? So do I. Come on, Bubby Dumbus. You wanna try doing some Zangief nonsense? You're gonna get throttled in the back with a big old meat cleaver. At least I think that's your back. You think this guy wakes up in the morning and looks at himself in the mirror and goes, oh wait, that's the wrong side of me? Sometimes you gotta put your dog away or your dog's batteries are gonna wear out. I don't know why, man. My guardian force here. My GF. Shout me out in the chat if you played Final Fantasy VIII when you were younger and you always referred to, whenever the character said GF, you read the line out loud as girlfriend. Don't forget to equip your girlfriend. Oh yeah, you wanna get beat? Hey, demon dog, you wanna get your butt beat? Diamond big boy? Fill that diaper with diamonds, because I'm showing up, and I had a weird dinner. A dinner of soul crystals and juice rubies. Oh, you like your big blade? Your spinning lariat? A little bit of a corkscrew punch. So when I talk about loving this chain, and I love this weird kind of, oh, you want to crunch down on my bag of Fritos? You need to put yourself away before you hurt something with it. So what was I saying? I love this weird, over-designy, super shiny, lots of weird, extraneous and extraordinary polygons just kind of plopping and flopping everywhere. I love this over-machined look. Reminds me of Sin and Punishment, which is named after the Fyodor Dostoevsky novel, Crime and Punishment. The Japanese name, Sumi Tobatsu, is the same for both the game Sin and Punishment and the book Crime and Punishment. And I always wanted to make a game with the Sin and Punishment looking aesthetic called War and Peace, where you control two characters, the god of war and the god of peace at the same time. Just a dumb action game. And I mean, I had pitched this up, and I even got a buddy of mine to draw up some character art for it. And I probably still have it somewhere. The buddy was actually, believe it or not, does everybody know Falcoon? Character designer, worked on King of Fighters. I got him to do up some art for it. And yeah, it never went anywhere. Though I did have a neat prototype. And it was pretty chill. Oh no, this kind of sucks. Chain jump, ZL plus ZR. Okay, so this is basically I move him over here, and then I press the jump, right? I press the jump, and you got to make sure you don't leap too far, or too loudly, too wickedly, or too weirdly. Anyway, War and Peace, that game really appealed to me. However, I mean, I like the idea of controlling two things at once in a video game, and I can think of very few examples, especially examples that do it well. There's Ape Escape, where you control the RC car, and then there's the best example is a game called Libble Labble. Libble Labble is literally the name of the game, and it's actually the game name that I believe Bubble Bobble is referencing, and it's a post-Pac-Man game by Toru Iwatani. So if you don't actually know about this game, that game is definitely somewhere in the legacy of this game. Because in Libble Labble, you control two characters at the same time with two joysticks. And it is not a two-player game at all. It's you need one mind controlling these two things at once. You can't be like, oh, hey, buddy, can you control this guy? Because you need to be coordinating their dance, this wicked waltz. So, yeah, people are talking about Brothers in the chat. Brothers is too cute with it. Libble Labble, I mean, Brothers is very, very cool. But Libble Labble is a straight up arcade action game. And it's a hardcore, super tight. I mean, again, same game designer as Pac-Man. I really like this idea of I gotta control my ghost monster. Oh, they're suffering a problem. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put my whole pants on, brother. Stand up and fight alongside me while I wear this hat. I'm your dad. Oh, Dad nodded at me with his sweet haircut. Oh, but another ghost has arrived to yell at us until we cry. He's brought a dog and a sorcerer, a floating suit of armor, and lots of fire. Clearly, I'm the chosen one. I'll keep him busy, says Dad.
Listen to me. We don't have time.
We don't have time.
Are the very last hope you
So here's the thing. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, everybody.
Today, we lost all of them.
Daddy's gonna stay behind. He doesn't die.
Risk losing that too.
At least I don't know. In the plot, they're like, we've got to go get Dad.
Let me help
He
you.
calls him Captain, not Dad. They should have got David Hayter to play the dad. Oh, he's got police on his little butt belt.
Jin?
Yeah, V in Devil May Cry 5. Yes, V in Devil May Cry 5 has a little bit of that sort of action Pokemon vibe. I like V in Devil May Cry 5. Having gotten all the way through the game, I came to not like V as much as I did initially. I thought the promise of V was very, very potent. However, which is a word that has a V in it, by the end I was just like, I just want to play as Dante. Whenever they start giving you a choice, I'm just like, V could be a really good game. God, just look at these colors. You got some people just really making sure the colors are the correct goddarn colors. They call that color correction, friend. And if you do it, you did it right. Oh. Daddy's got a big blade. It doesn't really look like it could cut much. Just do me one favor. He's got dry eyes. I guess the air in there is weird. That's the real thing to worry about in the other dimension, is what's it going to do to your ocular surface. Particularly if you possess pre-existing abnormalities like Daddy does. Guy's goddamn monocular. He's cycloptic.
He was safe.
Something with 2 fingers and long fingernails cut down the side of his head. Very peculiar aim. Daddy delivers this monologue while his obedient daughter stands offering no assistance whatsoever. So are you gonna die, Dad? Alright. See you later, friend. So notice and watch. Do you see him die? You don't see him die. Daddy doesn't die. Because we all know how it goes is when Daddy's dead, eat some bread. When Daddy dies, bake a pie. Right? We've all been there. So now I'm doing a little bit of Res here, a little bit of Tron. A little bit of a Dimension. When I made my video about this game, a whole bunch of comments were like, why'd you choose the girl? Like, why didn't you choose the dude? It's like, I don't want to choose the dude. This dude sucks. Look at him. This dude just looks like a... He looks so weak. I mean, I know that you can configure his haircut. He just looks weak. Oh man, see, I feel her pain literally right now. My head feels like, goddarn, you've ever seen Karnov? Feels like Karnov hit me with a hammer. A rubber hammer. I mean, not like a metal hammer. That would have literally killed me. Fade to black. Such a suspense. Looks like I didn't accomplish anything that I did not priorly accomplish. What's the case I missed? The red case. Where is it? Was I just unable to commit fully to the action here? Notice you get a little mascot. Little happy fun mascot. Oh, my health and duty rewards have increased. Hear the call of duty. My iris has been upgraded to display height. That's good. Oh, I've got a replica of Lappy's cap, complete with a lustrous P logo. Give me that P logo, bone officer. Make me look like a dog. Can I just exit, continue to file free? Oi, oi. How do I, Ah, crikey. After praising their user interface so hard and so hardcore, I didn't realize that I could skip between these files like this. Look at that. Okay. So each file is like an episode of a TV show, and I get to choose which parts I want. Let's, we're gonna just light this up. You all want to see how this game starts. If you're not sold on this game yet by the shrill nonsense I shocked all over you during this, I just whipped you all with the live wire. Look at this. We can actually replay the intro. Absolutely beautiful. P-Star stands for Platinum Games. I want you to pay extra special, extra dimensional attention to what's happening here at the Aegis Research Institute in Chicago.
Prime core.
Affiliated with DePaul University.
Activity levels at 35.72.
So 35.72, 36.18, 37.95. I want you to remember those numbers.
No sign of
72, 18, 95.
The particle gunner
Everybody
is online and
goddarn play
ready
the
to fire.
goddarn lottery tonight. There's Brenda.
Whenever you're ready.
Brenda looks kind of like somebody else drew Bayonetta.
Let's begin.
I think he's got blue blocker on his lenses. So you're going to see this. You're going to see this. They're going to grab Supervision Hideki Kamiya. He was in the room probably the whole goddarn time with his hands on his goddarn hips. You can tell that the action is tight enough, sweet enough, smooth enough, velveteen enough. You can tell Kamiya was in the room the whole time, glowering. That he got mad. Seldom. And when he did, everyone was like, this guy owns. That's exactly what happened. And yeah, our lead dude here is absolutely Gendo Ikari. Ikari Gendo. He pushes his glasses up. This organization that you work for is called Neuron. Like, that's pretty close to Nerve. So here's what they've done. They have summoned one of these chimeras. Now, every time you get a video game from Nintendo, they send a really long email that tells you the stuff you're not supposed to reveal. And I've been told to not reveal the true nature of the chimera. So I saw that before I even started playing this game while I'm scrolling down trying to find the download code. I honestly, I say with no artifice or pretense here, I don't know the true nature of the chimera. However, I know that they have a true nature. Nintendo loves just basically diarrhea dumping ghost spoilers all over my eyeballs every time they send a game. With stuff like, don't reveal the true nature of the chimera in your video. Like, what? How do I know, god darn, you know? Roboto Boy 20 says, Kamiya liked one of my tweets. That's great. That's difficult. That is an accomplishment. He does block almost everyone. I've tweeted at him once, and he did not block me. He did not, however, like the tweet. So, I'll give him another shot later. I've actually met him a couple of times. I met Kamiya. You want to know a secret? Kamiya's just he's a chill dude. He's very chill and very cool, and I like him. Someone is saying the title still indicates Chrono Trigger. Yeah, man. Again, I tried to change it. I'm not getting it. I tried to change it like 4 times, and it just wouldn't take. It kept saying an unknown error has occurred. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going with it. I don't care. So this is how the game starts. You see one of these extra-dimensional chimeras get goddarn grabbed right there into a little cube. Got our little Lego boy. I'm going to strap him on my back and get on my motorbike. Let's actually skip this cutscene now. Oh, I actually get to choose my hero. So we're going to just choose this buddy here. You can be the dude. Oh, whoa, it's giving the dude. Oh, my God. You can actually change back to the dude if you, what do you call it? If you replay the opening chapter. I guess that's cool. You can't change your gender during the game, though. I guess if you just replay. No, I don't want to be a dude. Dude sucks. Just look at this UI. It's beautiful and brilliant. I can change her name now, too. I named her Jikiko, which, look, I don't have time to get into it. Random names, Akane, Misaki, Kaede, Misaki, Miki, Akane, Kaede, Misaki, Kaede, Akane, Kaede, Akane, Miki, Akane, Misaki, Kaede, Akane, Kaede, Akane. Kaede. Miki. Okay. That's enough. I'm going to name her what I named her. Now that you can just change your name. You can change your name. I name her Mimbiko. Mimbiko. Which is not a real name. So yeah, they say random names. That's not true randomness. I'm gonna get random.org on the phone. So I love this little intro here. This is actually the stuff that dope is made of right here. In the language of the cinema, we call this a match cut. Except video games allow for being digital and such. They allow for far more egregious examples of match cutting than movies do. If they were to fail now, we couldn't use them anyway. Look at that. It's kind of a disaster. It's not really a match cut, okay? It's whatever, okay? It matches. Oh, yeah. So this is just so good. This is like a heck of a way to just blast or zone your video game. So look at this. This is all you need to know. You can hear my wheels squeak. Can you hear them? If I lean just a little bit, the leaning is tight, the leaning is hot, the leaning is sweet. Oh, and I've got a gun? Yes, I do. It just starts out a completely different genre. I'm a big fan of when a game starts with something that it does not continue with, or ends, or like I just got owned. I'm sorry. So what I don't understand, I mean, I'm a big fan of when games just flop out different play styles and different genres. I love the fact that Halo 1 ends as a god darn driving game, complete with like an obstacle course with tricks and jumps and ramps. Like, that's just hilarious, because though the game had vehicles, it didn't ever ask you to drive them that way. I respected that a lot. Check this out. Oh, daddy can jump. Yeah, we're just riding our bike down into Big Boy Zone. You want to actually ram your bike into me again? Watch what happens, punk. I'm going to hate your vehicle till it is in flames. You might call it a gun. I call it a remote control hatred device. Whoa, nice. Just look at that lean. That's all you need to know, that's got the platinum taste on it. Kamiya in the room. Going, bike's gotta lean more. Bike's gotta lean more. I do not need my brother asking me where the heck I am. I know where I am. I'm riding my motorcycle toward a date with Demon Dog Destiny is what I'm doing. A little bit of that Dark Knight. Slaughter is the best medicine. Who's excited about what do you call it? Okay, so first of all, you hear this music. This music sounds like goddarn, like Marvel Cinematic Universe music. I like the weird Eurobeat stuff, man. I like the weird butthole guitar. This, like, what is this weird cinematic music? I feel like this is the way to get the normies on board from the beginning. Anyway, who's excited about that Joker movie? I didn't watch the trailer for it because I don't watch trailers, though. I'm hearing Joaquin Phoenix, Robert De Niro as in a movie about the Joker. It sounds like the dumbest thing in the world. And then the fact that there's goddarn Matt Reeves making a Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson. I mean, just give me the papers. It's a reference to a line that I like in the movie The Departed. Just give me the papers. Just give me the papers. I'll sign them. Alamo Drafthouse in Brooklyn increased the ticket price from $17.50 to $22.50. And you know what? Good on them, because every single show of every single movie on every single day is sold out. Supply and demand and such. Makes it harder for me to go see movies, because, ain't got no money. However, buddy, I love it. Takahisa Taura, the director of this game. Lead game designer on Nier Automata. I'm going to sprint a little bit, and we're going to have this little Kingdom Heartsism where suddenly it's just like immediately asking me, "You're glad to see me?" I don't know why I'm doing this mission again. I just wanted to show you that sweet motorcycle jump that I yelled about. I don't want to, like, this guy's going to die. First thing you do as a cop in this game, well, okay, after shooting up like a million interdimensional freaks that have hijacked a van and a truck, is you get a guy on this Dyson Airblade helicopter. These drone choppers carrying stretchers. So, someone in the chat, what are you saying? I feel like comic movies are running dry on source material. Yeah, man. The whole... You know what? I haven't weighed in on this on social media because it's not my brand. Though that Spider-Man thing is a bit weird. Man. That Spider-Man has now been plucked away from the Marvel movies. Because, you know what? On the one hand, heck those people at Disney for, I mean, basically owning like 90% of entertainment. They've now got Fox. They've now got the X-Men. They've got the Fantastic Four. They've got all the superheroes under one roof. And movies are just movies about superheroes now. Though on the other hand, man, I went and saw that stupid movie. And I've written some stuff before, on demand even, for pay. So I really, really do not envy the position of the writers who now have to write Spider-Man out of that universe. Who now have to say, you know what, heck Spider-Man, forget that guy. I think that's... I feel real bad, because, I mean, obviously they're planning Spider-Man. Or, I don't know, all those new movies they announced, there's no Spider-Man in them. Is Spider-Man supposed to become like a recluse in the world of the movies? And then they're going to bring him back triumphantly later, or whatever? Was that their plan? Like, I don't know. I mean, that just kind of sucks. So I feel like, because of this Sony taking Spider-Man back... Oh, I'm supposed to use my gun. I'm sorry, I'm just talking about Spider-Man. Oh yeah, dance while you shoot. And prance while you loot. We're here at the Goblin Bunker. We're talking about meatballs. We're talking about dog sauce. We're talking about goblin juice. We're talking about milk blood. We're talking about Spider-Man as well. I was bitten by a radioactive goblin. I'm Goblin Man now. I'm sorry. So there's going to be no more Spider-Man. So on the one hand, that kind of sucks. Because what are they going to do with those movies? I go see all those Marvel movies. I go see all of them. You know, because sometimes it's Saturday. You don't know what to do, right? Just go out and see them. Just go get out there, right? Everybody. You got to go outside sometimes or you'll die. It's cold in there. Oh, give me that tasty. Daddy wants to get his hungry. Wounded officer. Yeah, you just stay that way, buddy. It's all right. It's a flesh wound. Oh, here's where bro and sis get their monsters. So, yeah, on the other hand, I hope Sony straight up brings back Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire and just continues that franchise. I legit. I rewatched those Tobey films recently. And, buddy, I think that's what they should do. That's my dream scenario. You know, lemons and lemonade and whatnot. Make that stuff. Pour it down my throat. You can't fight these guys. You can't hurt them. Trust me, I played this first hour of this game 9 times. I'm playing it again. Played it 9 times because this is my life. I don't get to play video games the way that a normie would. There you go, I win. That's all you have to do. Ooh, yeah. It's time to kill. Yeah, I've got a hat on. Who cares? King Predator, how you doing? So you just saw something. This guy, who you could not see, just got hit by something else you couldn't see. He's got a dog on a chain, and it's a loud one. Blue and green, just good colors. Really got to shave a little bit, though. That's why I shave. I shave because I don't beard grow expertly. Not so much so as like other people might. Some left to their own devices, ignorant of hygiene even for the shortest term of time. Pet that diamond dog. Oh my god, I'm just getting beat up, and they're surrounding me and relishing the performance of their own weird beast creatures. Dimensional leaking, peeking creatures. You know what? Let's just skip this. Crikey, mate. Hey, bro, I think we got Diamond's dogs now. Oh, they're dropping out of the red zone into the fire. I'm gonna eat this guy's gullet. I'm gonna chew his throat out. Oh, I got my lunchbox. Oh, Power Rangers, here we go. They just received this thing like 30 seconds ago, and now they've already coordinated a synchronized routine for conjuring their monsters. It's not Pokemon, it's like a yokai watch because it's on a wrist. A little bit of Beyblade action. Give me that Advent Protocol, big man. Materialize my ghost, you freak. Heck yeah. I live again. Let's make these beasts pay. Okay.
That's a legion.
Yeah, I know it's a legion.
Part. It saved my ass plenty of times.
Finish him. Oh man, I love how there's this weird like subtext that your
That means it's working.
your little bro is like a chump. Like whichever character you don't pick. Kind of I played through this as the guy once just to see. Didn't like it much because that guy sucks. He's not as good at monster blasting ghosts as I am. It's just like he's like a chump and he just can't deal with the pressures of controlling a monster. At least he shaves though, unlike our friend Jin, who we went to high school with. He thinks because he became a cop days before we did, that entitles him to the audacity to grow whatever in God's name that dirt is poking out of his pore holes. He needs to go get bent behind the CBS IMO. I'm talking about he needs to do some drugs looking like that. My parents would ask me if I'm on heroin if I showed up with that sort of thing on my face. And I mean, I've done it sometimes, and they have asked me if I'm on heroin. I've never taken heroin. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh my god, so Roboto Boy, best possible line. This the whole game reminds me of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yes, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card, the video game. I love it. But also at the same time, is Yu-Gi-Oh not a product of that PlayStation 2-ish era? Like the whole zeitgeist. It arrived in the world. It arrived astride that PlayStation 2-ish zeitgeist. Oh, we got the Guyver here. How you doing, buddy? Starring Mark Hamill. It's like somebody baked the Guyver a little too long here. Oh, does he? He actually seems like my chump. Much like the others. Overreacting, brother. You know, some people set themselves on a career path where basically their primary aspiration in life zone, which is what I call Earth, is simply to say stuff just for the purpose of saying stuff. Just to be the guy, you know, looking with hungry eyes and cartoon wolf jaws, slavering and salivating, slobbering at the idea of middle management. Did you just throw a truck at me, punk? I'm falling down a hill. Everybody, I'm sorry. Which Yu-Gi-Oh card is this? So this is good. This is just dodging. What do you think? You know, I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I just know that my little brother loved it. Oh, I jumped right into the car. It looked like a Nissan Micra. Okay, here we go. Check out this Power Rangers nonsense. So what I'm saying about this PlayStation 2-ish zeitgeist, this Yu-Gi-Oh! This, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Of the apocalypse, horseman riding in. What I'm saying is, this game has this flavor, this texture, and this old feeling, right? It just feels like, and I mean, we're seeing a lot of this on the Nintendo Switch. It feels like a PlayStation 2 game with like great graphics. It's the sort of game somebody would have made on the PlayStation 2. Finally, the Japanese video game industry has like gotten back around to revisiting these frameworks and concepts, and just this bizarre, freewheeling, wicked, wild-spiritedness that was just akimbo all over the PlayStation 2 era. And it's now we've got that again, and we're tasting it all day long, like Swiss Miss hot chocolate. Like ice cold, super smooth, lightly carbonated, sugar-free Red Bull.
Are you sure you've
Nearly gave me a heart attack. Daddy looks like he walks around nearly having a heart attack at everything. His cholesterol level must be wild to have a beard like that.
I'm standing right here, Alicia.
Did you know cholesterol is necessary for testosterone synthesis?
Gotta admit,
It's true.
that was something. Damn thing moved like it was a...
Like it was a part of my body.
Copy that. Well, that seems to be all of them.
We better get back to the...
All right,
How do you pronounce that?
coming with us.
Hiqua?
Try
Or
to explain
HQ?
all this later.
So he's going to explain to me when we arrive. Oh, my head. Misa head hurts so bad. Oh, here we go. Give me that anime. Everybody just strut. Yeah, you point the gun. Brianna Knickerbocker. Heck of a last name. Not if you're a basketball fan, though. You know what I mean? Oh, there's Olive. That's my best friend. In the game. I mean, not in real life. I love this song, man. It feels like a PlayStation 2 era anime, you know? So yeah, I gotta say I like the girl's voice better than the dude's voice. However, I like playing as the girl. I don't see why they couldn't just write dialogue for both of them. Except, I guess, which the one you choose is the one who is the heroic hero character who's actually able to kill, whereas the other one's just a chump who cries a lot. I mean, he cries a lot later in the game, just like moaning and wailing and sobbing. Oh, there's Hal. A dead mouse. What's up, Rebecca? It's my friend Becky. Oh, hey, how you doing, Gendo? Oh, hey, what's up? Wait, was she from Soul Calibur? You just gotta love it. There's a little bit of Soul Calibur, a whole lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit of Guyver, some Evangelion. Pokemons? Why not? Persona? I love it. Digital Devil Saga? You know, plug me in, friend Areno. Plenty of goblins. Plenty of garblins. Garglins. Go to file select? No, you go to file select, punk. I cleaned up 20 or 70% of the red matter. That's not enough. Turned in my temporary field supply items. They don't let you keep stuff. They don't let you carry stuff into a mission. And that, my friends, is the first mission. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually play this game. I think because I just I like the feel, the nice smooth texture, you know. What the name of the manga artist? Masakazu Katsura. Really cool guy. Yeah, a little bit of Vanquish in here as well. Something got done blowed up. Link. Zelda. I thought his name was Zelda. Oh, so you're awake. You've been owned. And quite viciously, I might add.
Are you awake?
Don't ask me that, Brenda. Actually, no, Brenda, you can ask me whatever you want.
You fell unconscious the moment you came back through the gate. You've been asleep for 3 days.
During that time, I killed the other doctor who was not hot enough to work here.
Changes. But none of your lab work turned up anything.
Oh, you want to talk to me about my lab work? That's where I draw the line. At least this hospital has bouncing tunes yelling from every loudspeaker. Oh man, so I have to redo this mission. I have to start this whole mission over. This mission has you do more tutorial stuff, but you get to meet my favorite friend. Where is she? Oh, I have to go to the command room first. Criko. Let's get in there. All right, talk to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, slide to a halt.
You're on your feet again.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it, right?
We've lost 4 legions and one of our best officers.
Yeah, I think your legions, they should have just toughed up and fought like me. Maybe they should have had some buttons. Oh, I get to meet this, I just want to show you all this, charming and hilarious girl who's in this game. No, it actually looks like it says stoop, not stop. Here it is.
Huh? My head!
I love this weird PlayStation 2. Again, it's got a PlayStation 2 vibe. You know what game is the best? Is Zettai Setsume Toshi 2. Also known as Raw Danger. She's got a Google Glass as well. Almost every other... Oh man, she's got the clown music. What do you think? You guys hear the clown bonkers? Marie Wentz, whose name should be Miss Bonkers, I think I would call her if I were localizing this game. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, dog. Oh. We're going to be best friends. You want to be my best friend? Can't get its tongue back in its mouth. Just sign me up. Give me the paperwork. You know, training room. I actually don't know what happens if I say. Oh, yes, you have to go around to all of the zones. Oh, yeah, we know. I know that you're a person, and I know you just put that helmet on. I know you just put that goddamn helmet on. I know that you actually are not a real dog. I've seen real dogs before. Something very God hand about that cutscene that appealed to me with a great viscerality first time I experienced it. The way she just bumbles in and puts the hat on, and the 2 camera thumps. The way she runs off into the sunset. God-handliness, I would say. Every time Platinum releases a game, persons possessing any sort of a sensibility such as myself, they compare them to God Hand. For example, is Bayonetta the new God Hand? We said when Bayonetta came out. The answer was, crikey, mate, I don't know. Where's my freak? What am I trying to do? Legion. Make it work for you. Yeah, my weird robot ghost. I don't want to do any more slashing. You think I don't know how to slash? Wait, oh. Yeah, let me start the program, buddy friend. Chain jump attack. I do a chain jump. I got you. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I know how to do this. I did this on accident. Yeah, I got you, friend. I got you. I could read the words. They were on the screen and I read them. You chump freak. Now that's a chain jump. Was that a Now This Is Pod Racing reference?
There's one. Remember how you hooked the chain? You'll hit him while you hook your chain around
A bunch of enemies.
and give.
Okay, hold on, actually. I don't think I done did that right. I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. What am I supposed to do? I'm sorry, I have not played enough of this game. Beyond the... I'm so excited about all the... insidiously, hold on. Wait, can I not kill this guy and restart this segment? Can I hear you say that again? Well, crikey. Let me start this over.
Okay, partner.
I'm mostly just playing this video game now as though I were at home. I should probably just go home. Nobody else is here.
Even use chain jumps to ascend your
Yeah.
legion.
Oh yeah, I know how to do this. I already did this one. Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, there's one more way to attack with it.
Okay.
Remember how you hooked the chain around a pillar before?
Uh-huh.
You'll hit him while you fly through the air. Hook your chain around a bunch of enemies and get.
Oh, I get it.
Great.
That was great, actually.
Yourself out of a tight spot and deal a little damage at the same time. It's super useful.
Actually, I like that. That was cool.
That's all for
Cause you wrap the chain, man. No, I don't want. No, I don't want to.
Laffy's going.
I don't know. I don't. No.
The matter,
What's the matter, partners? I want to stop.
Finished with your training?
I accidentally. Yes, that's enough for now. And you know what? It's also enough for this stream.
Sent you a Legatus update.
I'm gonna play this game. I would love to play this game on the bus,
Special menu just for you.
which is what I call the train. Anyway, we had a good time here. I'm gonna go upload my video to Kotaku.com, and
I mean, if it were me,
I'm gonna upload the heck out of that video,
right about now.
and then I'm gonna hang up this phone and then tell these people something you don't want them to hear,
He's so obsessed with Chimeras. He hardly notices Dad's gone.
which is that I'm going home,
But Dad's
and I'll be
still
back
alive
on
out there.
Tuesday.
I know he is.
Gonna be streaming Final Fantasy VIII on Tuesday, everybody, so be ready for that. I might put it into the Japanese mode. And there'll be a video by me on Monday. You know, these tutorials, you have to press the start button to close them. Curious choice. God, I am tired. Anyway, everyone. Okay, I'm just going to let you know. The video it's a 48-minute video review of Final Fantasy VIII. So, enjoy that. Monday. It's a little bit looser than my videos usually are. It's anecdotal. I went for like a... I mean, I've actually never listened to This American Life, but I went for like an NPR podcast sounding sort of video. So please watch that. I need you all to get that up to like 100,000 hits so that I can do more like that. It's not as tightly edited as my stuff usually is. I gave it a more extemporaneous style. So please watch that video. Tell all your friends to watch it as well. Otherwise, me cry. And that's not good. So, anyway, I was born stupid. However, I will not die hungry. Video games forever. Kotaku.com